Hey YouTube, welcome back. If you are just joining us, we just finished a reaction to Leo Maracchioli's Wake Me Up, which of course gave me the feels, but we're back and we're doing another reaction. Thank you all for joining us. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Hey, give me a like on this video to help boost up the channel, but also to bring awareness to Unleash the Archers because it has been way too long since we have visited Unleash the Archers in their epic Canadian greatness. We're doing a reaction to The Northwest Passage. Everyone says that this is a great song, but an even better video. And I gotta be honest with you, I really love the way Unleash the Archers does their videos because they're either very technically musical, like of course, their studio play, of course, we've seen that one. But then they also have tongue-in-cheek stuff and some epic stuff like a Viking battle fantasy, but not like a Sabaton historically accurate one, but just, you know, we're just gonna go out there and kill people with swords and run them down with horses. It's awesome. So Canadian Braveheart, go. So yeah, so this is gonna be Unleash the Archers. We're back to them. Please check us out on Twitter and on twitch.tv. Old School Nerd, that's where they are. But of course, comments, likes, subscribes, comments. Comments are like my favorite thing. I need to know. It comes from all of you. All these reactions that I do, every single video I've ever done has been because someone said, "Hey, you should do this one." So let your voice be heard. Let me hear it. Let me see what we're going to have to do next. Because so far we haven't gone wrong. Well, all right. I don't want to talk too much about some things that went wrong. Yeah. Corey Taylor Christmas comes to mind. Anyway, okay, so as always, let me get this beard out of the way. And let's enjoy Unleash the Archers. This is Northwest Passage.
For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage and
Okay, whoa, I'm sitting here going, they're not going to be like historical like Sabaton or anything, but technically they are. When you're talking about the Northwest Passage, you're literally talking about the whole point of having Canada originally was England and France literally fought over Canada because they believed that there was a route through the Northwest Territory and through the Yukon and British Columbia that would eventually lead them to the Pacific Ocean, to where they wouldn't have to sail all the way around the southern cape of South America. This was before the Panama Canal was built, but the only way to get to the Pacific from the Atlantic, if you were coming from the east to the west, was to go all the way around. And the expansion into the west originally was because they were looking for this Northwest Passage where ships could go from the Atlantic all the way through the continent to the west. Of course, it was never found and it doesn't exist. So eventually we did do the Panama Canal. But a lot of the history of Canada in its early days was the search for this Northwest Passage, and a lot of songs and a lot of cultural identity comes from these times. And yeah, so even though I said they're not going to do anything historically accurate like Sabaton, no, they're not going to war. And I don't think they're going to do a video of a reenactment of the Battle of Quebec, but this is very important to a lot of Canadians, so good for them. Let's keep going because this is awesome. I love the anthem feel to it. I love it when bands that are metal, and yes, they can play these layered, technically difficult, amazing guitar and drums and bass, and her vocals are amazing. But when any of these bands take the time to do an anthem type song that just, when you first hear this song, you're like, "Oh, here it comes!" You know, like you're gonna start chanting in the concert. Love those. Let's go.
take a Northwest Passage to the sea. Westward from the Davy Straits, there it was said to lie, the sea route to the Orient for which so many
I just said all that.
died. Seeking gold and glory.
I should have just let the video play, huh?
Broken bones and a long forgotten lonely care.
If you guys didn't already know that I was going to do that, you haven't been my reactions very long, have you?
Just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so
This porn stash really bothers me.
and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. 3 centuries thereafter, I take passage over land in the footsteps of brave Kelso, where his sea of flowers began. Watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again. This tardiest explorer driving hard across the plain. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. And through the night behind the wheel, the mileage clicking west, I think
Damn.
Mackenzie, David Thompson, and the rest, who crossed the mountain ramparts and did show a path for me to rise the roaring Fraser to the sea. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. How then am I so different from the first man through this way? Like them I lived a settled life, I threw it all away to seek a Northwest Passage at the call of many men, to find them put the road back home again. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
Wow. That was dark in the video. Okay, the thing about it is, okay, let's okay. We all understand that I don't know if she's going through alternate realities where different, multiverse, where in this verse, in this universe, Britney loses all the members of the band and she's crying in 2019. In one, they're all together, and in one, they still have their bass player. But yeah, they haven't had an easy road the last few years because they did lose their bass player back in, I think, 2017 or 18. Just he wanted to move on to the rest of his career, and that's cool. And they've continued on, and that's really awesome for them. I mean, I this band is so good. But I just wanted to talk about something real quick that I really appreciate about Britney is Britney takes the time As much as she is an amazing singer and an amazing artist, she takes the time to interact with fans, like a lot. Like the reason why she wears those glasses is probably because of the amount of time she sits in front of the computer interacting with fans. She's open to interviews with even small YouTube channels like mine, because we love what they do and we appreciate the band and we appreciate their art. And I cannot say enough about today's musicians. Like a Ronnie Radke. You would think Ronnie Radke could be as vain or unapproachable as any mega rock star, because he is, but he's not. He will literally go out of his way to talk to anyone that loves his music. That's because he's an artist and he loves the appreciation of his music. Britney is another one of those people that she gives everything she has to her art, and part of that art is communicating with her fans, with the people that she inspires. And for those of you who haven't checked it out, there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube where reactors get to do interviews with her. And she is so gracious and she's so authentic. So if for any other reason, Unleash the Archers is an experience for those who love to see authenticity in their bands, because the musicians are obviously legitly good. And not only is Britney extremely talented vocally, but she's a very gracious and amazing leader for that group. So hats off to Unleash the Archers. They are amazing, and I hope to one day see them live, if they ever come this far south. They do. It's just COVID and Anyway, so Canadians are awesome, man. That's all I got to say. I mean, Canadians are the shit. All right, that's it for me. I'm out of here. I have one more to do today. So today is a 4-video day. The next one will not be as weepy or whatever. The next one's just going to be a stupid comedy video because, let's be honest, I'm an idiot. But I'm assuming at least 10,000 of you think, hey, him being an idiot's fun.